This was what I thought was more interesting. I thought this was far more interesting. This right here. Candace Owens versus Ben. Candace, man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a whole being with y'all. I'm a big fan of. Let me say this. I'm a supporter of Ben Shapiro, but I'm a fan of Candace Owens. Like, I'm in love with Candace Owens. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I ever get big enough to speak with her, I'm letting it be known right now. If I ever met her, I am most definitely trying to take her from her husband. Yes. Sorry. I think Candace is beautiful. I think she's, I'm simping. I'm simping for Candace. It is what it is. And so when two people you support start going at each other's neck, you like, oh man. Oh man. Let me see. Hold on. Apparently they had a tough time because they wanted to emasculate Mr. Fantastic, and many actors passed, I guess. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. So let's see. So apparently, listen, I do not know much about this whole Gaza thing. You know what I'm saying? Israel, the Jews, the Muslims. I stay out of it because I'm not educated enough. I don't know who wrong. I don't know who right. I don't know who should feel slighted. I don't know. But what I do know is when you get to talking about them boys, I'm just saying, you get to talk about them boys and all of us, you get to talking, you mention that J word, 10 minutes later, Corey Joe says it's a 0 for me on Candace. Okay, I understand. Okay, I got you. I get you on that. I understand that. But so Ben Shapiro started going at Candace Owens' neck. And if you like your channel, you might want to. Corey Joe said, if you like your channel, you might want to chill. Send my shit to the gulag. So let's see. Let's see what they had to say.
I'm here to.
Hold on. Here's what was said.
The internet was dominated yesterday by video of Ben Shapiro, who you work with at the Daily Wire.
Yes. Hold on. Before we continue, Frostfang says, to me, I don't like to take sides in this issue. I think there are issues in this situation we weren't aware. There's stuff we aren't aware of, but I don't like infighting because the left wins. Is that why is it over here? Why does your comment not appear? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So, I mean, he came for her neck. Let me run that back.
I think she's been absolutely disgraceful. I think that her faux sophistication on these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not faux sophistication.
Oh my God!
Everybody can see the moves that she's making and the things that she's saying, and I find them disreputable.
So maybe there's a point in the video where he explains what exactly you did wrong and how you were wrong. I haven't seen it. But to call somebody,
he called her absolutely, damn, what happened? Absolutely disgraceful.
Ben Shapiro.
I mean, those are strong words. That's why I'm like, but again, I'm not well versed on I just thought that, damn, why he going so strong? That's what I want to know. Why he going so strong? Because from what I heard her say, it didn't seem like she took a side on the issue. It just seemed like she was like, yeah, America need to mind our own business.
Did wrong and how you were wrong. I haven't seen it. But to call somebody, quote, absolutely disgraceful, particularly a coworker, seems like a pretty big step. What? And I really don't know the background here. What is that about?
There isn't much of a background. I saw the video when everybody else saw it when I woke up.
No one warned you about it.
Nobody warned me about it. It looks like maybe he didn't know he was being recorded. It looks like it was some sort of a private event. I got no clarity on the issue that he was particularly speaking on. And in what was said, I can't respond to it beyond what he's saying because it's just ad hominem attacks. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not, we disagree, or I don't think she's correct, or maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah.
What did she say that was absolutely disgraceful? And I'm not asking that because I'm like taking sides. I'm asking that because I want to know what was the statement that Candace made that was like, oh hell no, this bitch gotta go. Because he made a comment like, yo, he was hoping of the Daily Wire fire her ass. Can somebody educate me? What did Candace Owens say that was like absolutely deplorable?
Yeah, exactly. And so I can't respond to it on a level of intellect because there's nothing that he has expressed in that, at least in that short clip, that he fundamentally disagrees with in terms of what I said. But I will say that I'm not going to respond with the same ad hominem attacks.
Yes.
I don't think it helps further discussion. And if that was me that was caught on a video saying that about colleagues that I work with, I would be embarrassed. I would. So
Frostman says, I don't like us acting like hype men where we are trying to take sides on things and it's built on the fan bases. We need to find common ground and acknowledge we have differences we need to work out. I agree with that. Corey asks, is Shapiro Jewish? I believe so. Frostman says, we don't know still the full context of it. I agree.
So I think that the video speaks more to Ben's character than it speaks to mine.
Has he texted you to apologize or explain or anything?
No,
Of course
nothing.
not.
I haven't heard a single word. It
course
just
not.
was sort of something that he said. And you know what? Ben and I have many disagreements, so I don't think that that's particularly something that's interesting. We disagreed on the COVID vaccine. We disagree on Ukraine and Russia. He has taken virtually every stance that has been the opposite of mine on every issue over the last 5 years. So I don't think that that's
On the
particularly
COVID
remarkable.
vaccine. Really, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he was pro the COVID vaccine. I was anti the vaccine. You know, we were all idiots.
Ben Shapiro was pro the vaccine. I mean, listen, we're not here to be a monolith. We're not here to agree with everything, but that's shocking to me. I would have thought that Ben Shapiro would. But I mean, hey, you know, to each his own.
For not getting the vaccine. So that's totally fine. I am totally open to people having a difference in opinion.
Right.
I would hope that amongst colleagues that it would always be civil disagreement. And I would never in a private event stand on a table and talk badly about Ben.
It's
I
just
would
a little
say-
weird. It's a little weird. So he was on the left on those three biggest issues of our time.
He has converted his opinions. He's accepted responsibility. He said, you know, I was wrong about the vaccine.
Oh, good. Good for him.
He is, you know, obviously pro pharma. His mom's a doctor. And I say to people, I'm very aware of my perspectives.
The fuck? What was that? Oh, man.
Shapiro.
He is, you know, obviously pro pharma. His mom's a doctor. And I say to people, I'm very aware of my perspective.
Matt Hatter says it started when she stood up for Kanye. Now listen, let's talk about Kanye. I am a Kanye fan, but I do not agree with everything Kanye says. I don't agree. And listen, I don't know if he's right or wrong when it comes to Jewish people. I really don't know because I'm not really aware. I'm not educated on the matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell going on. He come out and he say something, I'd be like, damn, Kanye, give me a break. Like, come on, like when you on the Kanye crisis team and you trying to defend him in all the chats, it's like, dang, bro, like, what the fuck? Kanye come out and say, George Bush doesn't like black people. Oh, doesn't care about black. All right. Slavery, that sounds like a choice to me. I get what you're saying, but and then he come out and say some news. You gotta go on and shut your Twitter down. Corey Joe says, so he is drawing the line because Candace doesn't support Israel. I don't know if it's that she doesn't support it. I think she's just like, there's fuckery on both sides. And so we should just stay out of it. I think that's what Candace is pretty much saying. And I think that Ben doesn't like that. I think Ben is pretty much like, nah, we need to go over there and wipe out Hamas. I think that's, again, I don't know that for a fact based on some clips, out of context clips, and some tweets. That's what it comes across as to me. I think Ben Shapiro is all about all out war. Let's go and wipe them off the face of the planet. And I think a lot of conservatives are like, nah, let's mind our business. Candace is definitely like, listen, there's no heroes and villains in this situation. Let's mind our business. And Ben Shapiro, let's say, is like, nah, fuck that. So
on Big Pharma, and
Yes.
I talk about it on my show openly, and I think that that's a tremendous credit to the Daily Wire that they allow a difference of opinions. But I as I said, hope that
shout out to the super chat from Corey Joe. He says, I am not a Ye fan and hate his points. Great show. I understand. Like, and I would never argue. One thing I would never do is I would never argue with anybody on why they don't like Kanye. Let me tell you why I like Kanye. And this is just to go on a little tangent really quick. The reason why I like Kanye is, one, obviously it started with his music. Two, I think I respect any man who speaks his mind regardless of the consequences. I whether he's right or wrong, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect anybody who has the gall to speak out against the grain. And Kanye's been doing that for forever. Now, Kanye is very, very, he does have a God complex. He is probably what you would consider legally a narcissist. He probably does have, mental issues. You know what I'm saying? He breaks down on camera, crying during, speeches and shit. Kanye, he definitely got some screws loose. But that's not really surprising to me because all great creators, well, not all, but most great creators tend to have some screws loose. And with Kanye, when it comes to my community, there are very many people in my community or in our culture that have done some very terrible things. You got murders being, you got murderers being celebrated. You got drug dealers being celebrated. All Kanye did was talk some shit. And so I can't hate him for that. It's just when he talks some shit about some shit that don't make sense, I just gotta be like, goddamn, Kanye. Corey says, something tells me you like Trump. Liking Trump is a strong word. I don't dislike Donald Trump. I don't think he's racist. I always thought Donald Trump was funny. And I always thought him running for president was a joke. And then when he actually won, I was like, holy shit, this nigga actually won. I thought that the world made a big deal out of him being president. I do not think he was the worst president ever. I think some shit got done, good and bad, under his presidency. But I think the current president, I absolutely do not like the current president. That's just I think Trump being racist is overblown. Me personally, if you on my channel, I think everybody's racist in their own way. That's just my opinion. I think everybody's racist. I don't think racism is something you can do away with. That's why I don't focus on it. I don't live my life through my skin color. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna sit up here and fight a losing war trying to stop racism when niggas is born out the womb looking at people different for not having the same color. You know what I'm saying? Even your damn dog look at people weird. If your dog ain't been around nothing but black people and they see some white people, motherfucker get the growling like, oh, what the fuck is that? The damn dog racist. I don't think racism that's just my belief. Corey Joe says, hey, you funny. I like you, bro. Great points. I appreciate it. I just that's just my opinion. And when it comes to, I appreciate you subbing as well, Corey. I really appreciate that. When it comes to Donald Trump, it's not like I like you or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Would I hang with Donald Trump? I don't think so. I don't see myself hanging with him. But I have to weigh, when it comes to presidential elections, I gotta weigh the pros and cons. Donald Trump or the motherfuckers who's falling asleep at the wheel. Donald Trump calling NFL players bastards, or the nigga who can't stand up straight for 2 minutes. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my boy Hypnotic, who is in the chat. If I can find my damn soundboard, I will give you Don DeMarco. So let's continue out with Candace.
To people, I'm very aware of my perspectives on Big Pharma, and I talk about it on my show openly. And I think that that's a tremendous credit to the Daily Wire that they allow a difference of opinions. But I, as I said, hope that it would remain respectful and that you wouldn't throw your colleagues under a bus, so to speak.
I think
Now, here's another thing. I gotta call Candace out on being a hypocrite a little bit. You get what I'm saying? I gotta say that. I gotta do that. And it is what it is. Again, I love Candace, but she's talking about how Ben Shapiro threw her under the bus. But she also threw Steven Crowder under the bus when that whole situation was happening. I disagree with her on that. And if I'm not mistaken, it came out that Steven Crowder was either it came out that he wasn't abusing his wife, or it came out that they had worked things out and they wasn't getting a divorce. Something along that line. Somebody let me know. But, she threw him under the bus on the way out. And now you complain about Ben Shapiro throwing you under. I'm just saying. Shout out to my dog, Rocky the Black Dragon, that's in the building. So let's continue.
Allow a difference of opinions, but I, as I said, hope that it would remain respectful and that you wouldn't throw your colleagues under a bus, so to speak.
I think that's fair. And just for clarity, because I really don't know, is he your boss?
I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about Ben's involvement. He's not the CEO of the Daily Wire. He is not making the data decisions of the Daily Wire. And I do want to make it very clear, because people are like, how could you possibly stay at Daily Wire after this? I have a very good relationship with the co-CEOs of the Daily Wire. Especially right now, the acting CEO is Caleb Robinson. He's a wonderful person. He's worked very hard to be where he's at. We have a lot in common that we connect on. And so people don't get to see that, which is unfortunate. Ben lives in Florida. He's not a part of the day-to-day movement of the Daily Wire. The rest of The hosts have their shows situated in Nashville, so we see each other every day. We talk. There's great camaraderie, and there's actually more agreement. There's actually a lot of people that are, as I describe myself, just pro-America first, and I think I've been that way consistently throughout my political career. Whether people agree with it or not in different moments is up for debate. But I don't want that video operates because I have had a very good experience with the CEOs, and love Michael Knowles, love Matt Walsh, Andrew Klavan. We all get along really great.
Well, it certainly speaks well to the Daily Wire then. So it's not, I mean, a clip like that on the internet, oh, Candace Owens is out or something. That's not, doesn't sound like that's what it means.
Yeah, no, it's a small group of people. We see each other every day. Right. Brett Cooper is another one who just joined about 2 years ago.
I like Brett Cooper too. She's young. She's a little naive, but I like Brett Cooper.
So she's great. She's up and coming. And there's a lot of stuff that we're working on. And that's why I think this video is even more unfortunate, because people see him as a figurehead, rightfully so, of the Daily Wire. And it allows people to, speak energy into the Daily Wire that isn't necessarily there because he's not there on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, that's very...
So, I mean, that's what she had to say about it. I really hope that, as a fan of, not a fan, I support Ben Shapiro. I'm a simp for Candace Owens. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? I'm a supporter of Ben Shapiro. I'm a simp for Candace Owens.
You what?
I'm not a fan of anybody, because what I learned before getting on YouTube is when you become a fan of people, you get swallowed into something and you end up getting burned. Pause, by the way. Let's see. Rocky the Black Dragon says, I too despise mainstream media. Matt Hatter. Yeah, and Matt Hatter says, this is why I despise mainstream media. And that's why we got to continue to support YouTubers, man, because you just never know what agenda they be on, man. But anyway, we're going to move off of I hope they can figure that out. I hope that Candace can remain on the Daily Wire. I do not believe, as much as I love Candace and as much as I prefer Candace, I do not believe that Candace Owens has the star power to go off and start her own thing like Tucker Carlson did. I don't believe that. I do not believe everyone would follow her the way that they followed Tucker. That's just my... Frostfane says Daily doesn't have near the funding as MSM or Fox. They fought against vaccine mandates in court during the pandemic. I know that's right. All right.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. Just tell them to cancel, my baby.